Hello everyone. Today we are going to study the effect of proportional controller on the second order system. So in order to explain this concept, I am taking the second order system without controller and the second order system with proportional controller. So if you take the second order system without controller, the transfer function C of S by R of S becomes omega n square by S square plus 2 zeta omega ns plus omega n square. If you take the transfer function with controller, in the forward path, the controller gain Kp will be added. That means the overall forward path gain becomes the overall forward path gain becomes the overall forward path gain becomes Kp into omega n square by S into S plus 2 zeta omega n. So if you observe, the without controller the forward path gain is this one, with controller the forward path gain is this one. So here the type is S power 1. Here also the type is S power 1. The type indicates the number of poles at the origin. So here, by adding the proportional controller, the type of the system is not going to change. This is also type 1 system. This is also type 1 system. Type 1 system. So, already we know that in the steady state error already we are studied for type 1 system. For type 1 system, we are getting the constant steady state error. For type 1 system, we are getting the constant steady state error only when the input is unit ramp. Only when the input is unit ramp. So, when the input is unit ramp, we are having the static error constant Kv. That value is limit s tends to 0, s into g of s into h of s. So now I am trying to calculate the Kv value for this system. So Kv equal to limit s tends to 0, s into g of s into h of s is nothing but the forward path gain. So here the forward path gain is Kp into omega n square by s into s plus 2 zeta omega n. So Kp omega n square by s into s plus 2 zeta omega n. So s and s gets cancelled out. So we are left with Kp omega n square. Substitute limit s tends to 0 in this equation. Then the denominator value become 2 zeta omega n. Omega n square term and omega n term getting cancelled out. So we are left with Kp omega n by 2 zeta. So what is the steady state error equation? The steady state error ESS equal to 1 by Kv when the input is unit ramp. So substitute Kv value here, then we are getting 1 by Kp omega n by 2 zeta. So this is equal to 2 zeta by Kp omega n. So with proportional controller we are getting the steady state error, that is 2 zeta by Kp into omega n. 2 zeta by Kp into omega n. So the steady state error value will be decreased by increasing the Kp value, and the steady state error value increase by decreasing the Kp value. So from this I can say that the steady state error value is directly proportional to the 1 by Kp. So by adjusting the proportional controller gain value, we can reduce the steady state error. So this is the first effect by adding the proportional controller, in the forward path. So without controller, here the steady state error value is always constant. We can't change the steady state error value. But with controller, we can increase the controller gain in order to reduce the steady state error. So this is the first effect by adding the proportional controller. Now we take the transfer function of this system. The transfer function is nothing but this is the negative feedback system, that is C of S by R of S equal to forward path gain divided by 1 plus forward path gain into feedback path gain. So this is the unity feedback system, so feedback path gain is 1. So I am writing the closed loop transfer function of the system, that is C of S by R of S, C of S by R of S equal to Kp into omega n square by S square plus 2 zeta omega ns plus 2 zeta omega ns plus Kp omega n square. This is the transfer function by adding the proportional controller. Without proportional controller, what is the transfer function of the second order system? That is C of S by R of S equal to omega n square by S square plus 2 zeta omega ns plus omega n square. So by comparing these two equations, let me call this is equation 1, this is equation 2. By comparing these two equations, it's clearly, we know that here in proportional controller, by adding the proportional controller, the forward path gain will be increased. So in place of omega n, we are having the Kp into omega n. That means this gain value is increased. That means omega n value is increased. Omega n value is increased by adding the proportional controller. So I am taking the characteristic equation for this one. What is characteristic equation? Characteristic equation is the denominator part of the closed loop transfer function equal to 0, then you are getting the characteristic equation. So the characteristic equation is S square plus 2 zeta omega ns plus Kp omega n square equal to 0. Similarly, the characteristic equation without adding proportional controller, what we are getting? The denominator equal to 0, the denominator part equal to 0. S square plus 2 zeta omega ns plus omega n square equal to 0. So by comparing these two equations, you got to know that in place of omega n, you are having the Kp omega n square. In place of omega n, you are having the Kp omega n whole square. So in order to get this equation, just I am rewriting this one as S square plus 2 zeta omega ns plus some omega n dash whole square equal to C. So in place of omega n dash, what we are having? In place of omega n dash, we are having Kp omega n square. Just I want to make these two equations similar. So in order to do that, I am replacing Kp omega n with omega n dash. Kp omega n square with omega n dash whole square. Now if you compare these two equations, these are similar. S square, 2 zeta omega ns, 2 zeta omega ns. In place of omega n square, here you are having the omega n dash whole square. So in place of omega n dash, what is omega n dash here? Kp omega n square. Kp omega n square. Kp omega n square. Omega n dash whole square equal to Kp omega n square. So if I want to write omega n dash, this will become, apply square root on both sides. So what you are getting? Kp into omega n. So from this I can write omega n equal to, omega n is omega n equal to omega n dash by Kp. Omega n dash by Kp. So from this equation, I can say that the omega n value is increased compared to the normal system. So whenever we are adding the proportional controller, the omega n dash value is increased. The omega n dash value is increased. The omega n dash value is increased. So that means the omega n value is increased. So what are the different effects when we increase the omega n value? What are the different effects when we increase the omega n value? By adding the proportional controller, omega n value increase. So now we are going to study what is the different effects when omega n value is increased. So here, with proportional controller 2 zeta omega n dash s, without proportional controller 2 zeta omega ns. 2 zeta omega ns. So here zeta into, what is omega n dash? Omega n dash is root kp into omega n. Just I am substituting that value, root kp into omega n. And this is 2 zeta omega n into s. 2 zeta omega n into s. 2 zeta omega n into s. So here, let me equate these two values. This is the with proportional controller, this is a without proportional controller. So by comparing these two, here the zeta value is decreased. The zeta value is decreased compared to this one. For example, if I equate this one to 1, I am also equating this one to 1. So here what is zeta? Zeta equal to 1 by 2 root kp into omega n. And here zeta becomes 1 by 2 omega n. 2 omega n. That means, compare this, let me call this is equation 3, this is equation 4. Compare equation 3 and 4. In the denominator part, we are having the root kp. Kp is the proportional controller gain. So here the zeta value is decreased because in the denominator part we are having the proportional controller gain. So compared to without proportional controller, with proportional controller the zeta value is decreasing. The zeta value is decreasing. So when zeta value is decreasing, what is the effect? We know that percentage of peak overshoot is e power minus zeta pi by under root of 1 minus zeta square into 100. So when zeta value is decreasing means the percentage of overshoot increases. When zeta value is decreasing means the percentage of overshoot increases. The percentage of peak overshoot increases. So this is the one more effect. This is the one more effect by adding the proportional controller. So let me summarize all the effects by adding the proportional controller. So here by adding the proportional controller, the type and the order of the system is not changing because we are not going to add any poles or zeros in the system. That's why the type and order of the system is not changing. And already we discussed the damping ratio zeta is decreasing. So whenever the damping ratio zeta is decreasing means the percentage of peak overshoot in P is increasing. This is the second effect by adding the proportional controller. And here the transfer function remains same. Only the gain in the numerator value is increasing because we are adding the Kp in the numerator. And the steady state error decreases. The steady state error decreases, which indicates the accuracy is improved. So in the first case already we discussed, the steady state error will be decreased here by increasing the Kp value. That means the error is decreasing means the accuracy of the system will be increased. These are the general effects by adding the proportional controller. Hope you get some knowledge about the proportional controller. In the next class, I will discuss the proportional derivative.